Alright, so today's video, we're watching a cheater VOD. Apparently a cheater duo, from what I can tell here. It's a Wrecking Ball and a Widow Echo Tracer. This is also a Plat 4 game on PC, so this is a ranked game. And it's my friend and I were just wanting to play some good old Overwatch until these two rascals decided to ruin the fun for the lobby. Didn't notice he was hacking until I looked at the death cam at the second time around, wondering why I died so fast. And that's when I realized that this Wrecking Ball was cheated. Such obvious aimbot was snapping back and forth in between targets. The Widow Echo Tracer, on the other hand, isn't so obvious. Trigger bot is what it looks like until the end of the game, where they just turned it up full blast and started doing 360s between targets. Also suspecting that the enemy character was getting boosted by these cheaters because they really weren't doing anything the whole game. Just standing around and walking around. Hopefully, you'll get a kick out of this one. This one sounds like we have a lot here. Possibly two people cheating, right? Is what's being said here, and then one of them might be also like a part of like they might be getting boosted, like, 'cause that's basically what you see a lot sometimes in those like stacks, is like there'll be a couple cheaters and they'll be boosting the count up. So, I guess we'll see. We'll start off with the Wrecking Ball because apparently the Wrecking Ball is a little bit more obvious, and then we can kind of move over to the other cheater after we see that the Wrecking Ball is clearly obvious. Let's see. I'm ready. Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you. This Wrecking Ball is cheated. I know that people probably watch this going, "Are you sure that this Wrecking Ball is cheating?" I'm about 99% sure. Obviously, there's a little bit of maybe they're not, but I'll give it one more go here. We'll double check to see if they're cheating. They certainly don't know how to move on Wrecking Ball, but let's be honest, I don't either. So yeah, I'd say they're cheated. I'd say based off everything, I'm not much of an expert here, but I would say based off of what I've seen here, this is looking like a cheat. All right, so that's that on that one. Okay, so the other player I need to look at is the Widow. Let's go and see.
Leave this to me.
So okay, and then the Kiriko they think is the one that is, well, the Kiriko's just pushing cards, so that might be. I mean, if the Widow plays like that, then I wouldn't doubt it that they're cheating. Back to the Wrecking Ball, which we're definitely 1000% positive the Wrecking Ball is cheated. Apparently, they don't know how to use their melee key because they would have had another kill, but that was going to be too many buttons. All right, back to the Widow.
No one can hide from my sight.
Oh, okay, so now this is the other person that apparently might cheat at some point during this game. But one thing I noticed is okay. A common thing we see with cheaters sometimes now is that they don't know the maps that well. So I see this Widow trying to aim through a wall on them. And I also saw that when they went for a flick shot, it went to the skybox. So that maybe gives me the idea that they might be, but I got to give it a bit more of a go of things here, right? But the Wrecking Ball for sure, as we could blatantly tell by the Wrecking Ball spin botting in circles and doing whatever they wanted at that point, right? Like that part became pretty obvious. Okay, they're shooting around. All right, low in accuracy. I mean, I don't know why they have to lower accuracy. I haven't been hit many shots to begin with, so. Huh.
Do not provoke me.
Is this their regular aim? Because if this is their regular aim... Oh, okay. So, I just want to point out, like... Okay. I wouldn't doubt it if they are too, because everything we've seen when they're not going for like these ridiculous plays is like very interesting. Like obviously they're hitting shots right now. Yeah, I think they are. I think they're right. I think they're using like you have one person who's just hard locking and you have one person who's like trying to hide it, but I do want to see more actually. This is very interesting. It's very interesting like VOD for me, is basically what I'm saying. Like I definitely need to see more to like definitely figure out if they're cheating or not, right? But it very much seems like they are. You hate how in the replay you can't see Sombra anymore in the POV. I guess it can help sometimes with... Yeah, it's like... Okay, you notice how that Widow was about to peek and they kind of knew the Widow was going to peek? Like, you look at those doorways, but their reaction... Yeah, okay. I actually... But truthfully, I think they are right. I think the Widow and the Ball are definitely duoed. Because if you watch how they're looking at doorways and, like, the way that they like, jiggle peeked at the cart and they knew the Widow was there and, like... Yeah, you're gonna watch the... Of course you're gonna watch the doorways and spawn. But it's like their reaction to when they were about to peek, well, they did that. And that's why I think they're definitely... The Widow's definitely cheating, yeah. I don't think that's a question. I will see, obviously, more of the Widow because the Wrecking Ball, obviously, we can sit there and watch the Wrecking Ball, you know, run around and aimbot all day long, right? Because we're going to see that. But that's why I want to see it, make it a little bit more intriguing on this one. Like, we know the Wrecking Ball is cheating, is what I'm saying. So it's like, that part is what it is, right? You said maybe the Wrecking Ball is calm in that? Honestly, that wouldn't even make much of a difference. Like, you wouldn't be able to react in that way. You know what I mean? We'll see how their Echo is, though, because their Echo could be also a way to showcase where they're at. Yeah. Huh. Based off of everything I'm seeing so far, I think they probably are. Because they had to go Echo because the other player took Widow from them. And now they're kind of just like... Yeah. The Echo kind of shows their current game. As you can tell. This kind of, like, summarizes more of how they when they can't just aimbot on that hero. What's I'm saying? Like, I'm still waiting to, you know... Oh, no. Certainly are playing some Overwatch. That's for sure. That was something. Now, like, part of it could be that they're just doing this because, like, they have the Wrecking Ball doing what the Wrecking Ball's doing, right? Like, just to give you an idea what I mean by that is... Let's see if I can go back to the Wrecking Ball in a second here. But you're more than likely the person that submitted this is right. It's a duo, possibly a trio with somebody who is also... probably just trying to get, like, their account boosted up. So, based off everything we see. Yeah, Wrecking Ball does this, by the way, in case you're wondering. Like, you'll see in a second what I mean.
Thanks for the upgrade.
Yeah, there's the aimbot. Yeah, like I said, it's a tough one in the sense of, like, the Wrecking Ball is so obvious, and then the Echo Widow player, like, this one is, like, less obvious, but they were way more obvious when they were playing Widow and reacting to everything before the players even come out of the doorway. Without walls, that is. Obviously, when they had walls, that's a different story, but... The actual, like, walls. But based off of how this Echo plays, and them being, like, a part of, like... I think they're a part of the same group. Yeah. And one of them is just trying to, like, see... Maybe they're, like, fine-tuning some of the stuff or something. Ooh, we got to see him on Tracer. This is always interesting, because whenever you watch someone who's, like, aimbot and play Tracer, everything else will, like, their movement will be scuffed, they'll blink into walls, they don't have cooldown management, so I'm curious to see what they do.
Zoom. 60 seconds.
Yeah. Anonymous, thanks for the 47 months of the tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
47 months. That's almost 4
And now they
months.
made it obvious, right? So now the Tracer has turned on. So if there was any question before, I think they finally showcased it there. Yeah. So, like, if there was any question, you kind of saw them. It's funny because now it's like... It's so interesting because I think they really are turning it, like, off and on. Which, it's funny because, like, usually I don't, like, unless they're spin bond and it's not as obvious to me, but... Never mind. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. That's kind of like watching my aim, right? You know? Pretty accurate, always finding the target, like, perfectly, you know what I mean? Like... Yeah, so, if there was any question about them cheating, oh my... You know what? I think they left because they didn't want to show up on the kill cam. or get play of the game, right? Isn't it the thing where, like, if you leave, you can't get, like, play of the game or, like, kill cam or something? So maybe they left because of that? They left for a reason. They didn't just, like, randomly, like, leave because they felt like it. Like, they clearly were like, uh-oh. Maybe they turned it on too high? He said, or they just got banned? Okay, was it comedy hour? No, I mean, who knows? Maybe they did. Here we go. Yeah, they're back in. See, they're back in. They made it back in. They reconnected. That's why the wrecking ball wasn't going in, by the way. Okay, also, this is a telltale sign. This is a telltale sign that they are duoed, by the way. And the reason why is because the wrecking ball waited for them to get back. The wrecking ball didn't go in just to go win the team fight. They waited for their teammate, their duo, to get back into the game. And that's why that happened. Yep. See? That's exactly what happened. So they waited for their duo to get back into the game so they could go in and, like, try to win it, like, right away. And now they're going to come in and, like, yeah. So that's what it was. So, yeah. So, to answer the questions, definitely were cheating. Both of them. The wrecking ball and the Hanzo Echo Tracer that we saw. You know, 100% cheating. There's not even zero question. They both were cheating. One of them was hard lock and one of them wasn't. Feels bad, obviously, because it's a ranked game. I wouldn't doubt it if, like, you said that maybe they were grouped with the Kiriko, too. That one is a tough say just because, like, you said they weren't doing much. They didn't have to do anything to begin with, right? Like, for example, like, there's been, you know, rare moments, like, if you have a cheater on your team and, like, just nothing, like, you're just kind of, like, stuck there, sometimes you might just stand there and do nothing, right? Because you're like, I don't want to sit here and try to, like, you know, win or, like, no, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to help them. I'm trying to think of a way to explain. Like, you'll get a cheater on your team, so, like, they're just sitting there aimbotting everybody in spawn. Like, you're not going to go in there and just start doing the same thing to the other enemies, right? You know what I mean? You're not going to go in there and just do the same, you know? A lot of the time, that's why you see, like, when people have, like, cheaters on their team, they'll yeah, remember that Life Weaver one we had where they, like, the Life Weaver started to pull them? Or, like, you know, that's why a lot of people will draw, things like that. So obviously it feels bad. But yeah, they were cheating. Feels bad it was a ranked game too, but you were right. The wrecking ball definitely, and then their duo, the Tracer, Widow, whatever, was definitely cheating too. They just waited a little bit. So, yeah, that's that. If you like this video, make sure to the like button, subscribe to all three YouTubes we haven't, leave a comment. All of that helps. If you want to submit your own video like this or a spectating, etc., my Discord is in the description below. That's where you would do that. In my Discord, we also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Stop by if you haven't. We have a lot of fun here. Also stream on YouTube, so stop by. And with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.